Okay, legends, let's have a look and see what we need to be able to do at the end of this lesson to make sure that we're successful at being able to order and compare fractions. Now, the first thing we need to look at is we need to be able to define what a unit fraction is. We're actually going to learn what the term unit fraction means. Second thing we're going to do is order unit fractions by comparing the value of their denominators. So obviously we're also going to need to know what the numerator is and what the denominator is. And the third thing there is that you can use a number line to compare these. So we're going to actually look at a number line and how we use a number line to find those parts of a whole, which are a fraction. Now, you may have heard things like you're 1 in a million or there's a 1 in 100 chance of happening. And these are some of the terms that we use in everyday life just to try to make sure that people understand either the chance of something happening or how much that you kind of are different to others. So look, the term 1 in a million means 1 million people, you're something special, like you're something unique or different. Or you're 1 in 100 chance of happening, it means it's not really likely of happening. It means like if it happened 100 times, it's only going to happen like once to you. Now, really important here is that we look at the fraction and understand that the top number is the numerator and the bottom part is the denominator. Now, I love to call it like a bit like Arnold Schwarzenegger, and it reminds me, and it's the denominator. So when you come in this week to class, make sure that your teacher talks about denominator, you make sure you call it a denominator. Now, these are really important for us to move forward because we need to know each of these parts because they will help us to be able to order and compare fractions. The first part we need to know is the numerator. Now, we're going to be talking today about unit fractions. Now, unit fractions mean that the top number, the numerator, has a 1 in it and only a 1. The denominator is going to tell us how many parts the whole is cut up into. So if we talk about your 1 in a million, it would mean the whole has been cut up into a million pieces. Now, if those million pieces, think about that, they'd be quite small. So the smaller the part, the larger the denominator. Now, you hear the second one, you're 1 in 100 chance of happening. Now, I'd rather something be 1 in 100 than 1 in a million because, like I said, the more parts the denominator has been cut up into, the smaller they're going to be. We look now at a number line. You can see this number line's already been cut up for us. You can see that our number line has been cut up into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 parts. Now those 5 parts that have been cut up, we're going to write in to our denominator, the number 5. It means 5 parts. Now we know it has only gone across one section. Can you see that there? One section. So that means our numerator, we have one of those 5 sections. And I'm going to put in a 1 into my numerator. So my fraction there is 1/5. Now, obviously, if I was going to do 1/10, I would have to cut up these into 10 smaller parts. Let's quickly do that. I'm going to cut up using the purple. You can see here if I cut it up into 10, here they are, 10 parts. Now, if I had 1 in 10 parts, here would be my 1 here, 1 in 10. Can you then see that my 1 in 10 is smaller than my 1 in 5? So even though the denominator is larger, it is actually a smaller fraction. Okay, let's have a look now at the ones I want you to do. So in a minute, you're going to stop the video and have a try. You have 2 number lines to do. You can see the first one has been cut up into 2 sections. 1, 2 sections. So remember how many sections it's been cut up into is your denominator. Now, if you go to B, we have 1, 2, 3 sections. Remember the amount that it's been cut up into is the denominator. Now, the last part I want you to do is without having to use a number line, I want you to put these 4 fractions in from smallest to largest, remembering the larger the denominator, the smaller the fraction, because we remember we're going to cut it up into smaller pieces. All right, have a go at this page. I'll come back, go through, see how you went. Stop the video now. All right, now that you're back, let's have a quick look. We know that there are 2 parts, that's the denominator is 2, and we are in the first part, so it's 1 out of 2, which is a half. The second one, we have 3 parts that's being cut up into, so my denominator is 3, and we're on the first part there, so we're 1 out of 3. Now, if we move down to the bottom, we're going to order these from the smallest fraction to the largest. Now, if it's the smallest fraction, it's been cut up into the most pieces. So the smallest is 1 over 100. The second one there would be 1 over 10. Then 1 over 4. And then the last one is 1 over 2. So obviously, if we have got the smaller number as the denominator, the larger the fraction. So 1/2 means it's only been cut in half, meaning 2 different sections, where in 1 in 100, it's been cut into 100 very, very small pieces. Well done. Have any questions? Bring them to class with you this week. Catch you next time, Maths Legends.